you, Bulbasaur.
9.5 has gifted a sub to Chicken Coop. What an absolute unit. 9.5 gifted a tier 1 sub to Chicken Coop.
Hello and welcome back again to a different internet-based broadcast. Hi, Lockwood, how are you? Thank you to everybody who came over and hung out with me over on live space for a little while today. If you guys aren't following my live space, you will need to have an account to watch streams over there. Live space is a new content creation. Karen is so excited about live space. Awesome, Flava. Hey, Flava, please put that here. What is it? Hub's texting me about how everyone's feeling in the house. I'm feeling much better, in case anybody's wondering. We had some positive COVID tests. Thankfully, this round of it for our family seems like it's pretty mild. Good, because your stuff is worth it. So if you click that link that says cluelesscrafting.etsy.com, our incredible friend Flava has some really cute stuff up there. And Flava's partner, Cupcake, has been unable to work due to illness and unfortunately is out of sick time. And so they've been kind of in a little bit of a financial bind. And if you guys want to buy something from Flava's Etsy, I know that she would super appreciate that. And because payouts are daily, you can elect
and I can't deny
to have daily payouts.
Like me right now.
If you purchase something from Flava, like right now, she would be able to access the funds within a business day or two. And I know that Flava would never ask or would never mention anything at all, ever about, you know, needing help if it weren't for me bullying her. So we love you and you're amazing. And this is a way that you could support her and help her. And she's all about mailing you something cute and squishy and handmade in return for your funds. If you do not care about that and you just want to help Flava, she also has a PayPal. I don't have that link handy. Flava, if you have that link handy, that would be awesome. I don't know if I have the page still up. Don't get me started on how no one should have to ask for this kind of help from their friends and family, although, you know, that's what we're there for. We are there for moral support and, you know, to step in and help out in material ways when it's necessary. It's ridiculous that Flava's spouse being sick is putting them in this situation. Thank you, Flava, for just doing the thing. So if anybody can help out that way as well, that's also super appreciated. Obviously, we understand if you're in a situation where you can't do that, that's okay. There's no need to apologize for it. That is how it is sometimes. We may wish that we can help out with funds, and that's not possible. That's totally okay. I know that whatever you can do for Flava, she will appreciate. And one thing you could also do is that doesn't involve money that might help with her Etsy listings is if you go over to that Etsy and you click follow her shop and you also favorite some listings, that can help as well. We love you. I know a lot of people are going through a really rough time right now financially and stuff. And it just, hearing that somebody can't purchase food for themselves, I'm so thankful that you have, your housing situation is what it is, because For a lot of people, that part of it is a really big problem. And I know you feel fortunate too, but I'm just saying, like, I'm glad that that's not a concern and that you can just devote whatever funds come in to your family to, like, trying to, you know, keep from having to be in this situation. We love you. You guys do a lot for me. If somebody in our community expresses that they are having a hard time, you know, we can't, it's hard. I feel the pull sometimes of like, oh, I can't help everybody. I want to help everyone. But I can tell people where they can help you. I can tell people where your Etsy is. I know Masked Up Alaskan has posted in the Discord that there's some stuff going on, and I wasn't sure how to approach that. I always want people to feel like they can ask for help, but I know it's not easy. And I don't want to push somebody to do something they're not comfortable doing or talk about something that's hard for them in chat, you know? Yay! Karen, you rock. Hell yeah. Get them while you can, people! They're flying off the shelves! You know, it's like, it feels great when somebody wants to support you, and it feels equally as good, if not more so, when somebody's like, not only do I like supporting you, but I will gladly pay the asking price for a finished item that you made with your own 2 hands so I can own it. We love you. And yeah, you're getting a check, you know, Cupcake's getting a check on Wednesday, but I'm sure that being this behind, it's like, you know, that just gets swallowed up immediately. Flava, I have been there. We were paycheck to paycheck for years. Money is still a concern for our family, but it's not like it used to be, and it was dire for a long time. And we both worked full time. Like, how messed up is that? I'm college educated. My husband has an associate's in food, in like kitchens, you know, like culinary degree, and was still not even barely making a living wage for one person, let alone somebody that's taking care of other people. So I'm here for you. It's just, if there's something I can do to help someone else who's in that situation. Diamond Queen, I'm sorry. I wasn't just ignoring your redeem. It was just that we were in the middle of kind of a, you know, a moment. So, I like that this seems to be your favorite redeem. I'll refund you your, I refunded it. I saw someone else clearing them, but I refunded those for you since I didn't do it right when you came in. Yeah, I just, you know, and I know sometimes people there's lag and they don't realize the timing is going to be, you know, while we're having a more serious discussion or whatever. It's all good. I've done it too. I've done redeems and been like, oh, that was not the best time. I know it's not like people are trying to like be Diamond Queen. Exactly. Rip to your channel points. No, I gave it back to you. So thank you for hanging out with me yesterday while I Vigi-gamed. Back to the grindstone. Rack Whack, I love you. I hecking love you. No, I love you. You're amazing. Thank you, friend, for coming in and announcing 28 hecking months. That's almost a year of support for the channel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Rack Whack, for all your love and support and help here in the channel. How are you? How's school going this semester? How are the wedding plans going? Oh, my stars! Yeah. So many. I made an acrylic one while we were over on Livespace. We met a new friend on Livespace. We should do a shout out for Jasper. Let me find the name. Jasper Discovers, who I was their first. Probably not.
Spock's history subscribed for
Spock.
25 months. Cluck yeah, 25 weeks. That's over a year 9 per hyper.
9 per hyping. Yes. Now they're working. I'm sorry. Thank you, Miro. Please give our new friend Jasper Discovers a follow, who came over and was hanging out with us. Hanging out with us on Live Space, and I was Jasper's first Live Space stream that he watched. So you could follow Jasper here, and then over on Live Space, it is just plain Jasper over there. You're good. Classes are going good so far. You really like both of your professors. You haven't made much progress beyond the venue. Yeah. When have you? So you've set a date. Rackwack. Also, you guys, if you're in here hanging out, if you can keep a tab open at the very least, I need to do it right now, for our awesome friend Puffles. And I already sang happy birthday to Puffles over on Live Space. But Puffles is streaming. It is her birthday today. So if you would pop over there and say happy birthday, and if you can afford to, you know, I'm sure she would appreciate some celebratory support. We love Puffles. Puffles is an awesome member of our community, a moderator here, does a lot of, you know, handmade stuff for our charity campaigns. Super important to me to try to support our friends when they are, especially when they're celebrating something. I see Mike over there, Isabella. Aw, look at you, Mike. What a sweetheart. Please support our friend, Puffles. So these stars that I'm currently crocheting are going to be available exclusively as a an incentive, a reward for a $100 donation or more to Starlight Children's Foundation. This reward unlocks at 7 a.m. Pacific on Saturday, September 23rd. There will only be 5 of them available. Plus, we've decided, since Ian is so very generously donating 3 3D printed articulated dragons to our campaign, that what we're going to do is I'm going to set up an auction for one of them. The fair market value is $25. We're going to set the fair market value at that. And then we'll do one that somebody can buy outright for a $50 donation. There will only be one of those available. And then there will be a third one that we will use as a donation milestone giveaway. So I haven't yet figured out what that number will be, but at once we've raised a certain amount for the campaign total, I will be raffling off one of them. So that will be available. You'll be able to enter as long as you are in the chat at the time that that happens. You'll need to be present in chat at the time that we hit the milestone and do the giveaway. So that's to reward folks just for being there and hanging out. Shipping to the US only for that one. We have a few other people who've offered up some stuff. Danielle is offering something. Kit Kat mentioned wanting to donate something. For auction. The reason I'm doing it this way and splitting those 3 items up is I don't want there to be 3 identical auction items and have someone get confused and accidentally bid on more than one of these if that's not their intent. So we're going to reduce the confusion that way. Hey, Noki, what's happening? How are you, friend? Can we get a shout out for Noki, please? Yeah, if you have something, I kind of need to know about it before that week. I mean, it might be possible to set up auction stuff as we go, but I'd really like to have it all, you know, figured out, settled, and ready to go for that week's worth of donation pushes for Starlight. So, yes, I am still accepting submissions, if you will, I guess, or donations. Please be ready to stipulate your shipping conditions. It makes no sense whatsoever for you to spend money on shipping and then me to spend money on shipping. So it's okay if you'll only ship locally, or I should say domestically. Totally fine if you want to make that stipulation. If you're willing to ship internationally, that's wonderful and very generous of you. I know that cost can be a little much. Discord DMs would be the most efficient way to communicate. So what I need, the information I need is this. I need to know, I need a description of your item. I need the fair market value. That's what you would charge for this item retail in a shop or in person, however you would sell your things. So the fair market value. And then I also need your oh my gosh, your shipping stipulations. If you're willing to ship outside the US, that's great, but there's no pressure. Or if you're in Europe, if you're willing to ship outside of Europe, wherever. Five, okay. And then why am I messing this up over and over again? 1, 2, 3. Come on now. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That would be entirely up to you, Diamond Queen. I mean, honestly, I would say probably it's going to be easier for you to ship out a diamond painting that's not finished for obvious reasons. And I'm sure that would be super appreciated. And if that's something you want to do, just message me on Discord. Again, a picture of the item, a description, the fair market value, and whether or not you're willing to ship internationally. Once the winner has been determined, whoever wins the auction, I will contact you with their shipping information. So I will have to relay that info to you. You won't just receive it automatically, but I need all that info to be able to create the listing. Noki, get shouted out. I need to fix that command because that links to an item that's no longer up for option, up for auction. I'm going to go ahead and put a submission deadline on this just because I don't want to complicate things too much. And as much as I love the idea of people hopping on the bandwagon, it just makes it so that we are like settled in and we know what's going on and we're not adding too much all the time. Because once the campaign starts, things can get kind of wild. That also happens to be the week that gifted subs are eligible for the discount for September, which I did not consider when I scheduled this. I don't think I was aware that that was the case. So I'm glad that we're doing something to forward funds from the channel to the charity, because I have a feeling there might be people who decide to take advantage of that situation, which again is super appreciated. I can't do this without your support. So, I've had to talk myself into feeling the philosophy that your support of the channel helps me continue doing these amazing things for charity. You also help so much with that. But completed level 5 hype trains through the end of this month, we will be donating $10 to Starlight Children's Foundation for every completed level 5 hype train instead of the usual giveaways that we do, because I feel that it's extremely important to continue pushing those numbers forward. We are doing that now, even though it's not the official push. If you decide to abuse the discount offered on gifted subs the end of the month, it will just mean more money for the charity. I hadn't yet. Crazy cat lady, you just brought that to my attention. I wasn't doing them over on LiveSpace for obvious reasons, because there's no integration with Twitch over there. Nitro, thanks for the hydrate. So yeah, there's a lot of, stuff to do with that we need to figure out. The auction house will be live on the 23rd. A bunch of the redeems for charity will be live on the 23rd. We're focusing our effort on that week. You're like, I don't care. I don't want redeems. I don't want extra stuff. I don't want to bid on auction items. I just want to donate to the kids. Be my guest. They're an amazing organization. I know some people, they don't care about any of the goodies. And if you do care about the goodies, that's also lovely, because many of them are handmade and we enjoy seeing people, claim our goodies, whether it's for charity or to support us. But they're an awesome organization who I've really enjoyed working with. I applied to be a Starlight ambassador this year and was accepted alongside my StreamStars teammates, Amish Ace and Blacklight, who rated us with a heart-stopping 150 viewers the other night. Almost killed me. Aw, that's adorable. For right now, I am not creating these to sell, but I might at some point. For right now, I want them to be exclusively available to people who donate. Probably would be pretty easy to make a little Santa hat for these, wouldn't it? Hey, Nisi, how are ya? What's happening? Please do give our friend Nisi BGN a follow. Nisi does gaming and creative stuff. Ooh, Cranston! Did you make it a fun number? Of course you did. Cranston, what have you done? Cranston. Cranston, thank you so much, friend. I really, 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 really appreciate. Huge shout out to Cranston for all the times that he has donated to make our number funny numbers. It's very appreciated. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the kids, everybody. Initially I had set our goal at $1,000 and I increased that to 1,800. Does anybody know the reason why? Who can tell me why? I mean, you can find the answer pretty easily if you just go look at the campaign, but VR headset. It is the cost of a VR headset for a Starlight hospital. 2, 3, 4, 5. And they are in very high demand. So thank you, Cranston, for getting us $4.56 closer to funding a Starlight VR headset. Again, you know, if you've been here enough, you know the username story. I lost the top half of my right finger in an accident when I was 4 years old. I came down with a life-threatening bacterial infection at the surgery site, the amputation. I became very ill and had to return to the hospital for 2 weeks, around 2 weeks. They had to put me on, you know, IV antibiotics for a while to clear the infection, and then they just wanted to make sure that it stayed at, you know, at bay, that it was fully cleared, so I had to be there for a while. And so, you know, after a few days, I felt fine, or felt a lot better. And the only problem was I was insanely bored. And, you know, the stuff that they provide helps with that. I was bored and lonely. And they bring the VR, which is super helpful for a lot of treatments and even sometimes can eliminate the need for general anesthesia, which has a ton of risks, right? So you're reducing the risk of all those side effects of general anesthesia. You're providing them with creative outlet because they bring art supplies and they bring books. They even bring like back to school backpacks, and they do stuff like the hospital gowns, which are really great, the little red wagons, the gaming rigs, the handhelds. They also provide funds for hospitals to renovate and update, to maintain and update existing facilities and areas devoted to pediatric patients, like teen lounges and things like that. So
love me the even numbers.
Nitro trolling already here with the donut. I love it. I'm tempted to leave this up there, you guys. We're not supposed to be pushing yet. 5 more days. But I like showing you the total on the screen. Thank you. It's so lovely to have a community full of so much love and generosity and willingness to help others, whether they're somebody from our own community or perfect strangers that benefit from programs like
Just underscore another underscore Amy just resubscribed for 2 months. Cluck yeah.
Just another Amy. You used your Prime on our channel. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate that. You get 1 Prime sub a month. You choose 1 person to bestow that upon per month, and you have to go in and notice that it's ready and manually select it and say, you know what? Yeah, I want to use my Bezos bucks on this person. They deserve it. Thank you very much for investing in our channel and for allowing me to continue doing this. It really means so much to me. And welcome back for 2 months. Thank you. It wasn't a mistake. I mean, if you made that mistake twice, I suppose, you know. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not sure if they have like a database. Oh, thank you, just another Amy. That's really sweet. Now you're gonna make me cry. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. So we're going to have the dragons. We're also going to have a donation of emotes or sub badges, 3 of them from Seski. So you'll be able to submit ideas to Seski for some emotes for your channel. So that'll be an auction item. And what else? I'm trying to figure out what I have something that's already made that I might be willing to put up. I have several somethings, actually. Your sister-in-law drives for Uber Eats. She said she wanted to take tonight off. You say she's crazy to do that because you live in Pittsburgh and the Steelers are playing Monday Night Football tonight. True, but you know, I mean, I'm not saying... I will say this. On nights that tend to be busier than usual with regard to food and things of that nature, sometimes you get people who are a little bit on the difficult side in a higher proportion than you might otherwise.
Jonah, thanks, Shruth.
Real?
Just resubscribed for
Welcome
29
back.
months.
That's a Miro
Pluck, yeah.
resub.
Thanks
Thank you,
to
Miro.
_B for my sub gift. Te amo hermosa. Gracias por ser luz en mi vida.
Gracias a ti. Mi corazoncito. Te amo. I love you so much. Welcome back, friend. You guys, please follow Rue, who did our raid video and is an awesome friend of the stream. I really appreciate you. A light in your life. Imagine saying such things. Imagine. Especially when you're the one who carries me to such glorious Fortnite victory royales. You can't handle the truth. I love you. Thank you, friend. And thank you, Muriel, for gifting that sub to Rue, who's a really awesome member of our community. Please give her a follow. I'm feeling much better today. Thank you, though, for playing games with me. You know, I was down here playing games anyways, and I was like, I don't feel like being on camera, but I have no problem being live while I play some games. And Rue and Kim and I had a blast. Unfortunately, Rue's computer went. I don't know if you saw what happened at the end of that one match where, like, all of a sudden everything was very glitchy and it was very hard for me to move. And then as soon as that match ended, all of it magically seemed to disappear, which seemed extremely sussy to me, but you know. If there was something untoward going on, I probably wouldn't have any way to prove it anyways. My middle child used to just report everyone all of the time. And I'd be like, yeah, you're not really allowed to report someone just because they killed you. In a creative lobby. Sorry. I mean, you can report them, but you're doing it fraudulently. They are super cute. I made one out of worsted weight acrylic just to try it out over on LiveSpace, and I like it. This is maybe a little bit large for a keychain, I feel like. It could be a backpack charm, though. This is a free pattern from Ami Amour. There is a listing for it on Ravelry, but you still got to go to the blog to obtain the pattern. I don't believe there's a paid version, a PDF version of it available, which is too bad because I would gladly pay for it. You made one with a 3mm and it came out good at a keychain size. Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll have to try a smaller hook. I did this one with a 3.5. I just thought of something that I should have thought of before. What if I did them where one side is yellow and the other side is blue? Because those are the... Those are the colors. I'm going to wind them. Did I show you guys this that they got me? That they sent me from Starlight? Ramona's like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, that's hot sauce. And she's like, why do you have hot sauce down here? I said, oh, they sent it to me from Starlight. She's like, but why? And I was like, well... because they know we do foolish things for the children. Fair warning, I'm gonna be winding a ball of yarn into a cake, so that sometimes means that I shake the camera quite a bit. I'll try the best I can not to. hit my hand. Yeah, well, you can make them into that, right? So, the pattern was made to go with a Kirby doll of some kind by Ami Amor Rin. And then they were like, "Oh, look at this! You could make it into a Mario star. You could make it into little star candies for your soot sprite." So, like, yeah, you can kind of customize it. But yes, they make really good Mario stars for sure.
Ariella Studies just
how are
resubscribed for 4 months.
you?
Cluck yeah. Thanks to Admiro_B for my sub gift. 9 Polu 9 Polu 9 Polu Varial 47 Mochi Heart Love Ariel 47 Mochi Heart Love Ariel 47 Mochi Heart Love Ariel 47 Happy COVID Spin Ariel 47 Happy COVID Spin Ariel 47 Happy COVID Spin.
Indeed. Thank you so much. No, I love it. I think it's hilarious. I mean, there are definitely some people around here who shall remain lilyless, I mean nameless, who really love to give TTS a workout. Have you been here before, Ariella, when Lily decides that it's time to spam TTS saying 9 over and over again? It's pretty funny. You've been cuddling your water bear Micron Mac booty. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. That makes me so happy, Ariella. I really am. I am thrilled that you love it so much. And the surprise parcel. Oh, I forgot to fix my camera. The surprise parcel is headed to its destination, by the way, just so you're aware. It actually went out today with Hubs. So thank you, friend. Here, I need to take this off. Thank you for getting us to $240 for Starlight, you guys, before we're even really pushing properly. I very much appreciate you contributing to our charity campaign success so enthusiastically, even when we're not actively fundraising. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I'm really glad. That makes me incredibly happy. Oh. I just want to make people happy. If that's from something I made them or, you know, just a place to be able to hang out. You know, I try, and my husband, he kind of can't take it. Sometimes he'll be like, oh my God, you have to talk to everyone. He'll be like, oh, your jokes are so corny. Like, he loves me. But he just like, you know, he'll be like, oh, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what? You're not perfect either, sir. I'm like, you, my friend, knew me for 7 years before we got together. Tell him he's corny. Exactly. Oh my God, really? That's so amazing, Ariella. Please give our friend Ariella a follow. Oh, but he's nerfed. Exactly. I'm like, you picked me, sir, and you also made me into 3 people's mother, so therefore I am contractually obligated to make really terrible jokes and just sort of be cheesy and corny, like, nonstop. That's in the job description. Yep. Nah, he actually told me, he said, when I first met you, I thought you were like, he's like, I totally thought you should be like a stand-up. And I was like, yeah, that actually was something I considered for a while. Stand-up is it's very difficult work. The thing is, when you do stand-up like, okay, so there are people who create characters for their stand-up routines, right? But it's much more common that you're basically getting up there and you're you, but you're like supposed to be like really funny. Ariel, I'm a sit-down comedian. Oh my goodness. Yep. I'm more like a clown, but that's okay. I like it that way. I found theater and it really pushed me to develop what was already on its way to being a decent sense of humor. But I have training, and you might think that, like, oh, I'm not very funny, and I never will be. Not with that attitude. No, but in all seriousness, like, it is a skill. It's something you hone. It's not, you know, people aren't just only born with it. Some people definitely have it naturally. But that doesn't mean that that's automatically a recipe for being successful in entertainment. Young Kush, thank you very much for the raid. How are you? Welcome, raiders. Sometimes it's Maybelline. Exactly. I was a very serious child. I wasn't really, like... I had my moments where I could be pretty funny. How was your stream, Young Kush? I hope it was good. Thank you for raiding. Hello, everyone. If you've not been here before, I am 9.5, and I'm called that because... Whoop! I just ran out of yarn. That's not the reason. I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me this nickname. One sec. Oh man, why? Why do they make me have to, like, okay, well, I'm glad that you stopped me before I went through the whole thing. That's really too bad, you know? When you ban somebody, are you able to... Does that prevent them from raiding you, probably? I mean, I genuinely appreciate raids of any number. This behavior is what inspires people to put a minimum on their raids. It punishes other small creators. You're not only not effectively growing your own community, you are actively hurting other people in your same circle as far as viewership and community building goes and your journey. Like people at the same vicinity, because no two paths are the same. But people who are smaller that are genuinely trying to make connections find themselves unable to raid someone because they've had this situation happen enough times that they go, no more. You have to have more than 5 viewers or whatever to raid me. I'm not going to do that. But it just doesn't feel good. You know? It's like... It can be accidental, but they're not on an ending screen. They're playing a game currently. No, I mean like if they're on their ending screen and they've just forgotten to hit end stream, that's very obvious. It's extremely clear right away when you go to their channel. If they're still live playing a game after they've raided you, do better. I wouldn't advise this either. I'm not even going to say that out loud. And I actually play the game they're playing. I don't know if they know that or not. They probably don't. So, like, if they came over here looking for genuine connection, that would have been entirely possible. Yeah, I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but thank you for always looking out for us, Miro. It just stinks too that you have to go do that. That you can't just you know, trust that someone is raiding for the right reasons. And you know, it's not to say like that you shouldn't raid people if you're not doing the same types of stuff they do. By all means, branch out, you know, look for new people, but it's A, not a good look to do what this person did, and B, not effective. It's just not effective. Now, we don't need to go crazy. You know, this isn't like, I'm not asking anybody to like, please don't go over there and say anything to them. Now, this I know is for real. Hi, Crossweird. How's it going? Thank you. This is a nice palette cleanser. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you so much. You know, it's all good. How was your stream? What were you doing today? Was there some crosswords going on? I have not done I was just thinking about that the other day, that I might want to do stream me trying to do the crossword, but not necessarily to do it the way we did it before. I think one of the reasons why I stopped doing it is because I felt like it was too hard for me to keep up with people's guesses in the chat and other things that were happening in chat and all that. But I did enjoy it. We used to do the crossword every Sunday here. All crosswords. Excellent. It's just hard to find a good way to do that that's organized and that doesn't end up making people feel like, I don't know. Most of us are mature enough, at least in this department, to understand that if like I see someone else guessing the word and you had already guessed it, that it's not like me ignoring you or something like that. But thank you so much for bringing people over. Hello, everyone. If you have not been here before, I'm 9.5. I am called that because I'm missing half a digit on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me this nickname many years ago. Thankfully for said coworker, I have an excellent sense of humor and did not take it the wrong way. You never know. I will give this advice on behalf of other people who are differently limbed. For some folks, it was very traumatic. And it was traumatic, but I was young and I'm totally okay with talking about it. It's just like my personality too. For other people, it might not be, right? So this person knew me well enough. They knew it was okay to make that joke. I thought it was hilarious and the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. But it was an accident when I was 4 and, you know, I've never really known a life that was different. So, yeah, exactly, crossword. Cammie, welcome in. Thank you so much for the first-time reader chat. Please come in and hang out with us. I'm crocheting some rewards for a charity campaign we're doing starting on Saturday is our honest, genuine push for Stream for Starlight. I am a Starlight Children's Foundation ambassador, and this will be our September Childhood Cancer Awareness Month campaign. We will also fundraise for them again in December. We participate in something called 12 Days of Streaming. I really love them. When this happened, I had a bacterial infection that put me in the hospital for a couple of weeks after the surgery was completed. So that was adding insult to injury. And I remember boredom and loneliness and just feeling better after being on the IV antibiotics, but they needed to keep me for observation to ensure that the infection had cleared because it was a really bad infection. And just like, give me something to do. I need someone to talk to, you know, and they specialize in helping with that in hospitals. So they bring video games, art supplies, VR rigs so that sometimes they can eliminate the need for general anesthesia for certain procedures and treatments. They also bring school supplies and books, little red wagons, hospital gowns. Essentially, what they do is they deliver happiness to seriously ill and injured children, hospitalized children. So, yeah, they're awesome. And they work closely with Nintendo. So that's one reason why I'm making these. Also, Starlight. And then I was thinking it'd be cool to have some that were blue on one side and yellow on the other. I've been crocheting since I was 7. I am a Twitch Women's Guild member, which I'm very proud of and love that group. And it's done wonders for myself as well as a bunch of other women streamers on the platform. I've been streaming for 5 years. I have two cats, 2 dogs, and 3 kids. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and we got Twitch partner in February, and I mostly do crafting. So I am proof positive that if you are fortunate enough to have the right awesome people come around and decide to become part of your community, and you keep working hard and pushing and stick with your dream, it will happen. It can be hard to believe that sometimes, but thank you, chat, for everything you've done for me so far. And we're just kind of basically on the beginning of our journey, honestly. We started out today over on LiveSpace, which, if you haven't heard of it, is a new content creation platform offering an 85-15 split to every single person that signs up from day one, which is awesome. It's still a very new platform, so some features are in the works. Others have been introduced very recently, like the ability to gift subscriptions, as well as dark mode, which is awesome for people like me. I prefer dark mode. I know some folks need light mode, which is great when the choice is there, the option to have one or the other. And I've had a great experience over there so far, so we're looking into streaming there, you know, I don't know, 1 to 2 times a week. And basically what we did was just raid it into ourselves over here. Met some new people over there. There's still a few days left to apply to their program, where they will be selecting 1,000 creators to receive 100% of their sub revenue for the first year of the platform being up, which I think is very cool that they're choosing to do it like this, because, you know, typically what we hear about when people move platforms is some really, really big name streamer is leaving for exclusivity on another platform, right? Whether that's they're coming from YouTube to here, from Twitch to Kick, any of those things, right? Rip Mixer. There's definitely advantages to all the different platforms, and people should create content where they want. So you cannot co-stream or simulcast between Twitch and Livespace because it is considered a web-first platform. But Livespace does not care about you streaming elsewhere. So you can stream to Livespace and TikTok and Instagram simultaneously, I believe. You can stream to Twitch and TikTok and Instagram, but you cannot stream from Twitch and Kick or Twitch and Livespace or YouTube. If it's not a web-first platform, Twitch does allow simulcasting now. Make sure you take a look at your agreement, though, because these things do change, and you should never believe anyone, including me, just at their word. Sometimes people are misinformed, but I'm fairly certain that the rules would state that you can't stream from Twitch and also to Twitch and also to Livespace. But they want to work with people, and they want you to be able to integrate communities in a way that is stable. So if you're interested in that, you should check it out. We have a raid video for you, Cross Weird Raiders. Thank you so much for joining us today. My awesome friend Jonathan X Ruth put this together for us. Yeah, Mrs. Zatz, we can do that after this. I really, really love what Rue did without any instruction from me, I'd like to add. So if anybody's looking for this kind of work done for their channel, please hit up my friend. Literally, the request of me was, hey, I need to practice doing these type of videos. Can I use some of your clips? Would it be all right with you if I used some of your clips to make a video like people would use either as a raid video or intro or whatever? And I was, oh yeah, of course you can. And this is what she came up with without, I gave her zero instruction. So please enjoy and be impressed, because I know I was the first time I saw this. It's equal parts advertisement and warning label, because we are that fond of fart noises and rubber chickens. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody.
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? She do it so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Oh, good. Look, everybody. It's my very favorite Twitch creator friend, Amish_Ace, who does not seemingly have a prime directive to troll me with my own content for the rest of my life. Kappa! Yes, Captain_ is here. So thank you very much, Crossword. If you need to get going and de-stream, I completely understand. One thing we do like to do for our raiding parties, as I just sit here and stare at my crochet project while I have the like whole like room. Like I love making these so much that I cannot stop. I can't stop! I can't stop making them. I'm telling you, I don't know, you guys. My husband was like, you should make Amis of not World of Warcraft, of Magic the Gathering characters. You should make an Ami of this. And he puts a card in front of me that is like literally the most insanely like intricate armored somebody or other, and I'm like, uh-huh. Tell me you don't understand crochet design without telling me. Hell no, Gravy! I get where he's coming from. He was trying to think, like, what's something that we could sell in the shop? As someone who likes MTG and is also a crocheter, just another Amy, right? Lemao to that. Exactly. I was like, are there any little small, cute, chibi looking Magic the Gathering creatures? Dude, I love him. He's brainstorming. Maybe a discussion like that, you know, spawns a different idea. Make the One Ring card. Actually, that would be cool to stitch a cross stitch or do a diamond painting of that. So one thing we do for raiding parties, Cross Weird, if you're still in here paying attention, because I know I have to raid a run all the time. You get to pick my pair eyewear toppers. Where's the thing, Amish? Did you finish it already? Noki, I see your DM. Thank you. Really, the choice is yours, honestly. Which one is easier for you to make? No, totally. Crochet some black lotuses. Just another Amy. He is totally just trying to, like, come up with ideas for stuff that might... Yes. All of the mix it up stuff like this, I did that in that runway. So I can slap that into that overlay from Mix It Up and it'll, or are you saying, I'm confused. I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to make one myself, clearly, but I mean, I made you that Batman one. That one was good. I did good with that one. It didn't take me that long either. It was pretty easy to find backgrounds. I think I just typed in like Gotham City background or something. It wasn't hard. It made it easier actually that you were wearing the bat mask because sometimes, depending on people's hair color and their background and stuff, like this one, you can see stuff in the background of this one because Brian's lights were flashing and sometimes they're flashing green.
Chicken attack!
See it? I tried to go in and just narrow it down to just him, but because of that, oh my God. I spent like an hour on it before I was like, this is stupid. And I just gave it a circle border and was like, I'm done now. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Because I tried so hard to go in and get it to recognize just where he was with the background. And it was just like a disaster. It's all right. I wasn't about to go frame by frame. No. All right. So, I don't know if Crossword was able to hang out, but if you're here and listening, you get to pick between these. And if you're not, I will just choose something. Mint Sparkle, Purple Sparkle, Skulls and Roses, 8-Bit Hearts, Party Chicks, Batgirl, Coffee Beans, Buffalo Plaid, Cheetah Spots, Arcade Maze, Cats and Yarn, The Irises, Pumpkin Pin Dot, and Rainbow Knit. You're not doing any fundraising this month, Amish, right? But do you have the ability to add people to the Twitch team? Out of curiosity, for Stream Stars. Okay. I need to double check something. but a mutual friend of ours may need to be added to said team, unless they've already mentioned it to you. But I don't know if they've talked to their community yet, and I don't want to make any announcements on their behalf. So, I'm kind of teasing it. Totally understandable. And I mean, they've given me the green light to do that. So, let me check in with them about, hey, when are you announcing this? You know, because, like, I really don't like to be the person who breaks that kind of news for someone else. Like, for example, it's totally understandable. Like, when Pix got partnered and announced it on Twitter, people came in and they were like, I want to tell you something, but I'm not sure if I should tell you something. And I was like, oh, it's on Twitter. If the person posted on their public social media, that means they're saying, everybody spread the news. I got partnered. But if they tell you in confidence, like privately, and that they're going to announce it later in the day, obviously then you would want to keep it to yourself. Or if you just happen to notice it in their chat and you haven't seen them post on their social media, like if you go to their channel and see a check mark, but they haven't announced it anywhere yet, I would advise that you let them decide how they want to tell people. I know it's hard because it's exciting and it's a happy thing, but when it comes to anything like this, unless the person has made the announcement themselves, I try to stay tight-lipped. But I just wondered if you were able to do that. Hi, Simone. How are you? Aren't these adorable? So I just had this idea. And of course, I've already made 5 of them, all just regular yellow. This is when we have the ideas, is when we've already finished the ones we set out to make. And welcome in and thank you for the follow while we were offline. I have blue yarn. Yes! It's like Starlight is just, you know, trying to manipulate Karen into wanting all of the Starlight things. In fact, I even have... I have, like, the colors of the... This is a little on the light side compared to the color in the palette. Someone must be trolling you? Why? So, I thought what I could do is... You brought this on yourself, Amish. Just desserts. I don't have your phone number. Unsub. Why did I scare you just now? So, what I could do... I'm thinking, like, I could do... So, Simone, I don't know if you know about the auction function, the auction feature in Tiltify that they're rolling out to a few of us. So they approached me, they contacted me and said, hey, as one of our most active fundraisers on the platform, we'd really love to have you test a new feature called auctions, where you set up an auction house, and it can either just benefit the cause or it can be linked to a specific campaign. And we tested it out with just the one item during our Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser that we did at the end of last month and the very first day of this month. Into the second day of the month. Went for 20 hours. And essentially what it does, I don't know if you've heard of this. People can bid on an item. The donations don't come through until the auction ends and whoever the highest bidder is. At the moment that that auction ends, so it's good to try and set it up if you can for a time when you'll be live, to end when you're live. When the auction ends, that amount that the highest bidder promised to pay for the item is automatically donated to the campaign. I believe it's automatic. I haven't bid on anything yet. I've only just set up an item. And basically what you do is you list it. Yeah. You list items with, you know, photos and descriptions and all of that. And you indicate what is, I think, like maybe the minimum that you'll allow people to start bidding at. And then also the fair market value for the item. And we ended up collecting twice the fair market value for a Flareon plushie for an anonymous donor. So I'm not allowed to disclose their identity, but thank you to that person for continuing to outbid others until the price climbed to twice what I would normally charge for an item like that in a shop or at a fair or something like that. The cool thing about this is there's no, you know, it's just like a donation. Nobody's taking any extra cut for this or anything like that. It's just like a Tiltify donation, but there's a little bit of that competitive element, but in a healthy, like, good way, right? Because we're doing something lovely for charity. One person did remark in the Discord that it would be nice if people could tick a box that says, if I do not have the winning bid, I would still like to donate my highest bid amount. Or any amount, maybe. They could, if they could make it flexible, it would be cool. If it's like, even if I don't win, I'd still like to donate $100 or something like that to the charity. So they're working on all kinds of features, and we've been collecting feedback for them. One piece of feedback I had was it would be super cool if you guys could make it so that there's alerts for people bidding and outbidding one another. You know. Twitch's streaming is all about the alerts. Weird little cramp in my hand. So I'm excited for that because this time, since we've tested it successfully with another campaign, I have solicited our community for items they would like to put up in I'm hosting the auction house. They're going to send me pictures. Yeah, well, what's weird is we had a matching dono. We had a matching, and it ended at the time that it was active during our auction end time. So those don't overlap, which was something we were curious about. Not that it was necessarily like a negative. Just we were curious. You want that auction thing, though. I'm assuming this means it will roll out to everyone at some point. And anybody that has items, like, let's say it's a really rare Lego set that a lot of people who build Lego would want to get their hands on. Maybe it's a trading card you have that's in mint condition. Obviously, we want to be making sure we are accurately representing our items. But Ian is doing 3 articulated 3D printed dragons. You should, Amish, to see if you could have that for, like, Starlight. You don't have any other charity between now and then, do you? Who knows? Maybe it'll be available to everyone by then. I have no idea. But I did also remark that they have a widget, but it's really hard to read the text unless you blow it up really huge. And there's no control over font, background, font color, any of that stuff. And a lot of us, we like to, you know, at the very least, we want to be able to make the colors match, say, like the cause that we're fundraising for. Like we have this. I did. We had one last time that we had like the commands at the top of the screen, which I totally stole this from Amish. I made the colors. I literally went into Canva and created a palette. Roro, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I went into Canva and created a palette that I called Starlight, and it has the exact colors that they list, that they use for S4S, which is Stream for Starlight. So this is tailored to have the colors of the cause, but use the fonts that I use. We like having that kind of control over aesthetics. And Starlight was smart to provide us with, here is what the actual hex codes are for our official colors. I mean, many of us are good enough at matching them up that we would not have too much trouble, you know, getting close. But it's nice to have the exact numbers so we can just have that in software we use for creating graphics. That's really awesome, smart, you know, toolkit stuff that a lot of charities have gotten on board with doing so that we can end up. Oh, and also, I need to look into this stuff about Bonfire. So another thing that I should announce that I don't want to is that the pillow is live. And I hate the pillow. You think you hate your pillow, Amish? Also, did you guys know that Karen... Did you know that Karen is opening a shop next weekend? Let's just change the subject. Roro. Wait, Roro. Roro, you are also... Do you have a bunch of different names on social media and am I just like completely garbage at remembering things and gonna get nerfed by my mods right now? So we're not actively pushing for Starlight till the 23rd, y'all. Our redeems and yeah. No! The pillow is so awful. I made it awful on purpose. The pillow is awful. I have to give one away. Let's just get it over with. Let's get it over with. You guys made me do this. You made me do this with your love. Lord. Keep an eye on chat. There's going to be a giveaway in the chat for this god-awful abomination. First, you guys made me make it into an emote. Now you're making me put it on merch. You may enter if international. Please be aware, however, that I have volunteered to cover the vast majority of the shipping. There may be a small amount of shipping left over for you to cover if you're international. When I gift it, it automatically covers domestic shipping, and I've volunteered to cover an additional $5 worth of shipping if you live outside the States. I don't know how much it is to ship to each destination, so I can't, you know, if you ask in chat, oh, well, I live here, will it cover that? I can't answer that for you because I don't have all those shipping rates memorized. But that said, it shouldn't be very much, if anything at all. Most people have not had to pay anything else. And thank you very much for an extremely supportive and successful and wildly crazy August. And you guys have been super supportive this month. I appreciate you. I love you. That's why I let you make me do things like this. Thank you for joining us today, Simone. Thank you so much for popping into chat and saying hello. Working with Starlight has been such a pleasure because of people like you and Tara and Devin, and it is absolutely my pleasure. I have a personal why from when I was in the hospital with this accident, so thank you for working with them because I really love their mission. Like, not gonna get misty. Not gonna do it. You are also an ambassador. And Women's Guild. That's what I thought. Do the thing!
9.5 purchased 9 page champ pillow. Present. Blee.
I put bleh. TTS, get it right. It's bleh. Oh, God. It's so bad. My mother ordered that shirt, you guys. My mom. She's like, well, it has your face on it. I'm like, oh my, I can't believe you have that shirt. Please don't wear it in public. No, it's awesome. It's really awesome that my mom bought that shirt. She also purchased as a gift, and I didn't know because it was anonymous. One of the anonymous ghostie that got purchased a while back, that was my mom. So you guys can gift each other my handmade items in Fourth Wall. One reason why I think it's a really cool way for those of us that craft and stream to offer our communities the option to gift items that we make and sell. So, oh, she really is. Did she curse on front page for Starlight? Of course not. In her defense, she did not understand. And it wasn't like, you know, one of the really bad ones. It was funny. Whoppy Catch is rigged. One bad word per PG. I mean, they do ask you to keep profanity, you know, to a minimum during charity broadcasts, which, like, is never something I've really had to worry about, right? Because I don't curse on my stream. But like I said, in her defense, she didn't realize that she doesn't understand hardly what Twitch is all about, let alone... Unless that's the greatest troll of my streaming career, is that, like, my mom has been here. Mom? I mean, she's a very smart lady, but she's just like, I don't get Twitch. I can't get it to work. But I was on the phone with her, and I had my phone on speaker and had it up to the microphone. Puffles! Happy birthday, Puffles! Happy birthday, friend. Congratulations. It's Puffle's birthday stream right now, so it's not imperative that it be redeemed instantaneously, but I will say being here in chat and doing it quickly, if there is any kind of an issue with your item, it's a lot easier to address it the quicker you try to redeem it. I love you, Puffles, if you can hear me. Thank you guys again for everything you do for me, our charities, the channel. Regrettably, I had to spend quite a bit of my payout on quarterly taxes. Yay. It's always nice when you don't even get to do anything all that fun with it, but that's okay. I'm glad that it covered it and then some. Mama, 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 mama. Because we are small business owners of a couple of different types, I have to pay our quarterly taxes out of our income from streaming and the shop. And it's not an outrageous amount of money, but it's still, you know, enough. The shop has been a tiny bit slower than usual lately. I think, you know, things might start to ramp up a little bit more once the weather actually truly starts cooling down. We are still basically in, like, late summer here. It's not hot today like it was earlier in the week. Thank goodness. If you guys just can't wait for another giveaway of a merch item and you gotta have that pillow, it is available in the Fourth Wall. Or if you're like, you know, I think somebody in chat should have this, even though they shouldn't. Amish, who was it that posted a picture in your Discord? Oh, was there a booby? It's okay, I'm sorry. The Artsy Ghost, I'm really sorry. That was 43 minutes ago. Are you still here? Let's find out if the Artsy Ghost is still here. Hi, Psycho Mom. How are you? Good. I'm glad, because I actually haven't ordered a sample one of those yet for myself. So I'm happy that you and another person both commented, Smorf. And hi, Smorf. How are you, Smorf? Thank you for shouting out Smorf, our friend, who does a lot of art and gaming streams. Puffle's redeeming that pillow.
Magic's purchased 9-point Pudge Champ pillow.
Pudge Champ. What? I'm glad to hear that they turned out well. I appreciate everybody who goes ahead and purchases themselves these things, but we do often do giveaways. If we have a level 7 hype train, we do a bunch of other stuff, but that unlocks, in addition to the other things, a sticker sheet giveaway on top of a single sticker giveaway, 50 jumping jacks from me, $10 at level 5 to Starlight Children's Foundation. Keep an eye on the time. Hello, New Owl. How are you? Oh my goodness. We'll do show and tell after I finish this panel. I just want to do a few stitches here. Okay, cool. So if I do the other color first and then do the yellow, if the yellow is like the front of the star, then the like that ridge that we want to show on the one side. Okay. I have to keep an eye on when my daughter is going to be home because she has tested negative and been asymptomatic this entire time. I think somehow this child has managed to escape becoming ill. I mean, I'm honestly already starting to feel better, so I'm thankful that whatever this variant is or whatever, that it seems like it's not hitting our family too hard, and that those of us that have gotten it are recovering quickly. It's hard. I kind of had a little... I don't want to air my dirty laundry in my family. I wasn't sure if we should send her back yet, but I don't know. Yellow means good mood and blue means not so good mood. I don't know. No. She hasn't had it, Psycho Mom. She hasn't had it. She hasn't been sick at all. No symptoms, nothing. She's been exposed to it for just as long as any of the rest of us. And typically, I feel like when there's a cold going through the house or whatever, she usually gets it. She's one of us that gets it first. So I guess, you know, immunity / vaccinations, all that have... you know, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's really hard. Feeling like you're not sure what to do about sending them. And if she tested positive, even if she wasn't symptomatic, I would keep her home, obviously. No symptoms, and a negative test. Like, I don't want her... She already missed 2 days last week because I was trying to err on the side of caution. It's really hard. I want to do the right thing for everyone. And it just feels like there's no such thing. Very difficult choices to make. Definitely not sending... Henry's feels great. He feels great, but he had a positive test this morning. I said, yeah, I'm definitely not sending him back until at least 5 days have elapsed since he came down with symptoms. And I mean, honestly, I don't even know what their school's recommendations are anymore. I literally don't know. I contacted them to let them know that I would not be having drama club tomorrow because I tested positive over the weekend and have been symptomatic. I'm not going back until at least this Thursday to be in contact with other people. So... yeah. Yep. We've had bouts with it where only half the household has tested positive and been symptomatic. The other half has not tested positive at all. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to matter whether you're vaccinated or not. You can get it, you can not get it. It just, you know, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. What I mean is even people who are vaccinated are getting it. Hopefully they're getting it less severely. I'm not recommending against doing it or saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying, I wish they would approach it more like, hey, this is a pre-treatment. Calling it a vaccine, I think, polarized people a lot in a way that was not good. And if they'd have called it a pre-treatment and said, you know, hey, this is to help you get through this better, like, and not get as sick, I think that they might have had less trouble. I don't know. It's kind of it's a tough topic. Yeah, no, I understand that completely, Noki. There's people for whom that is a life-saving thing to be able to do. You've had it twice and your older son once, and then hubby and the other 2 kids never had it. It's so bizarre. It's the most bizarre thing ever. And to anybody who lost a relative during the height of it, or, you know, there's still people that definitely, if they catch it, it's a risk that they could not make it through it. I worry about my mom. Mrs. Zotz posted some pictures of the Northern Lights, which are really cool. I've seen a couple other people who live in parts of Canada where these are visible. This is super cool. What a cool thing to have happen just like right around you. But Spot also thanking Crimson Red for the follow. Welcome in. This is super cool. Thank you for sharing these. It's such a neat natural phenomenon, and like to live where you just get to look at it all the time. That's awesome. Welcome to the fart. It's true. Puffle's birthday stitch coming right along. Looks really good. And is currently streaming because it is her birthday. Fabulous Jamie has arrived. You changed. You changed the name. I love it. It looks so good. Kit, I'm so happy that you love these so much. These are so, all of them are great, and I definitely see you did great with your very first one, but the more, it's just practice. It's just practice. Awesome job. This is very cute. Don't let my daughter see that. We have one we still need to finish. What could be coming next? I think I might know. Oh, maybe I don't know, because look, this is more pink than it is white. I was going to say it looks like the same colors as the one that we were doing, but I don't think it is that one. Awesome. I'm excited for you. Oh, right on, New Owl. That's so awesome. Yay. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you, friend, for letting me know. Just finished up your latest Bob Ross needle felt along. This was done following along with his Joy of Painting Season 3, Episode 8 tutorial. This is so cool, you guys. This is needle felted. How cool is that? Your first chains, slip stitches, and skipping of stitches. Very fun. Is this one of the intermediate ones? Or is it still considered beginner? Because I know they have some kits now that are aimed more at like intermediate. Indeed, Vibrant Pastel. Flava, this is so stinking cute. You're making me want to bust out. We usually start watching The Nightmare Before Christmas around this time of the year. Was this, I can't remember, was this a gift? Bunny Lovey commission. Super cute. Cat ear beanies, let's go. Are you gonna sell these in the shop? You're so cute. We boop the animals, but you know what? That doesn't mean we can't boop your snoot too. Aw, so cute. Look at that's tiny. 33 of 104 done, but now your wrist is killing you. Yeah, take breaks. Stretch your hands. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want repetitive stress injuries. But this is awesome. Good for you. You guys, I'm going to put words on stream on because I have to go fetch Moni from outside. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll continue when I get back. If you haven't played words on stream, it's a very fun word game. Crossweird rated in here. I wonder if we still have any people from the raid. I have been booped. Thank you for sharing your beautiful projects, your fun moments, all that good stuff. Natural wonders. We never did start a Stream Raiders. Do you guys want Stream Raiders? Who wants Stream Raiders? I think we'll skip it for today. I take it back. Let's skip it for today. Flava, if you're listening, Crazy Cat Lady would like to know if you have a pattern for the bunny. We can look at it when we get back. I have to go outside because someone has to be out there to meet her. So I will be right back, you guys.
Access granted.
Kenshin Kanoa just resubscribed for 27 months. Cluck yeah. Thanks to Atil Indrielm for my sub gift.
Everybody's good. Ramona's having a snack. I was just showing the puppy things he can chew on other than the couch. And I'm gonna refill my tea and I'll be right back. Ah, cool. We have one last picture to look at in show and tell. Thanks for hanging out, playing some words on stream. with us while I grabbed Moni and got her all settled in from school. She's feeling great. I don't get it. Ninja, I see you. Thank you, friend. Thank you for hanging out and playing some words on stream. I appreciate you. Nitro and those hydrates. This looks really good, Puffles! Very cute. Oh, Chen resubbed 19 minutes ago. Thank you to Elandriel for that gift sub for Chen. Please make sure you're following Elandriel. Chadley, what's happening? How you doing today? It's always tough when you're using different colors and you're doing like this kind of a border around the outside. What's up, Doom? How are you? How you doing today? Something's wrong. Wasn't matching up properly. I got off somewhere. It was a busy Monday. You're doing good, just relaxing. Just relax art? Oh, excellent, Putspot. I mean, you know, that can happen if you relax. You know. Oh, no! No! Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that okay, oh my god. I just about had a heart attack. I thought I did this inside out again. I did that with one of these. I did it inside out, and I was so mad because I had made it like all the way around, almost. Maybe all the way. And he maybe even started stuffing. And then realized that I had one of the wrong sides facing out. Which, like, you know, of the mistakes you can make, it's not the worst one. Pretty like, simple to fix, but you had a few trying to keep my head above water moments in your new job, but you swam, and you had many more I got this moments. Hey, good for you. I'm really glad to hear that. Starting a new job is nerve-wracking. Even if it's something that you've got a lot of experience in or whatever, just like being the new person, not knowing where stuff is. That's one thing that would drive me crazy in restaurants being new, is like not already knowing where everything is and having to ask somebody like every 3 minutes, hey, where do I find paper towels for the bathroom? Hey, can you tell me where the garbage bags are? This guest is asking if we do free refills on soda. You know, like, and I'm wearing an outfit, like a uniform. You know, when you're like in a public-facing job and you're training, they don't know that you're a trainee unless you tell them. And I would actually tell people sometimes. I'd be like, you know what? Today's my first day. So we're going to learn the answer to that question together. I will be right back. I would be honest. I think that might be one reason why I got a lot of jobs, though, because I would talk in interviews about like, hey, I like knowing the right answer, but I also don't like knowing the right answer so much that I would ever make up an answer just to have an answer. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to find out. Because I don't think that that does anybody any favors. You know, people are afraid to look incompetent. Hey, hi, Kayla. Thank you. We had Simone in here earlier. Thank you so much for visiting with us today. So we are accepting donations for Starlight through the whole month, right? But chat, when do the rewards unlock for you guys? Who knows the answer? Here, I'm going to quiz you guys. When do the rewards unlock? Can cheat and look at the Tiltify campaign to find the answer. Do more for same pay, but you have so much support. It will be fine. You got this. And it's temporary. Kayla, it's absolutely my pleasure. When I was 4 years old, I tripped running down the hallway and had a freak accident where a clock fell off the wall and smashed my index finger on my right hand. Hence the username. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me that nickname. But, you know, the thing is, though, Kayla, when it happens when you're that young, or, like, if you're born missing digits or limbs, there are certainly lots of challenges. I think, honestly, one of the biggest challenges for kiddos who are either born missing limbs or digits, you know, differently limbed, etc., is the worry that, like, maybe other kids aren't going to like you, that they won't understand. I mean, you learn to do things. Children are so incredibly resilient and adaptable. So I'm right-handed. I was already writing and reading. I was already like, no, I'm right-handed. They couldn't get me to try to switch to be left-handed because I also ended up having a fracture from my wrist to my elbow. I had a cast on as well. So they came to my parents and said, there's nothing we can do. We have to amputate because it's just too, the damage is too much in there. We can't reconnect nerves and all that other stuff. So that was just a foregone conclusion. But then what happened, unfortunately, to add insult to injury after the accident was I developed a life-threatening bacterial infection at the wound site, at the amputation site, where they had to perform surgery is where they think it came from, right? We ended up going to court with the hospital, but that's neither here nor there. I had to go back to the hospital for IV antibiotics and observation because it was a very bad infection. And thankfully, my mother was a trained healthcare professional, and so she knew something was up and took me back because it was bad. And if I hadn't gotten the medical attention as quickly as I did, I might not be sitting here to tell you this story. So they put me on IV antibiotics, and they wanted me to stay there for observation to ensure that the infection cleared. It was that serious of an infection. They couldn't send me home. So I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And that was the longest 2 weeks of my life. Like, to this day, I can remember being like, when are they going? I don't know if this is why I can be so patient sometimes about how long things are taking. Because at a very early age, I had an experience where I felt like it was never going to end. And I was so lonely and bored. And it was scary. Yes, but being stuck in the hospital is the worst. It is just, and even, I mean, they were great at the hospital. The nurses and doctors were so kind, and, you know, they told my mom, you know, you might have a future doctor on your hands, and she's so smart and so well-spoken, and we love her, but she just won't leave anyone alone. And it's because I was just used to having people around all the time to talk to and all that stuff. So what Starlight does is something that I think nobody wants to have to make use of their services, much like St. Jude, much like, you know, with Stand Up to Cancer, where they're trying to do research that means that nobody will ever have to hear the word. Maybe someday no one will hear the words you have cancer because it'll be identified so early and prevented that they just won't even have to go through treatment. But that's not the case for now. So Starlight has amazing programs that really help kiddos in situations like the one I was in. And I think it's wonderful. So you're also a crochet fanatic? Let's go, Kayla. Yeah. Crochet gang gang. You had that for your appendix surgery, yeah. Yes, and Crystal, there are certain healthcare environment smells like the alcohol and stuff like that. Yeah, that kind of can send me into a little bit of a spiral. You're afraid I'm gonna have to rebrand because get out of here. I love you, Dom. Yeah, I really love what they do. And also I grew up playing Nintendo with my sister and gotta go. It's time for dinner and you have some veggies now to cook to go with your chicken and rice. I love you, Flava. We love you and your family, and have a lovely dinner. And I'm excited for you that you made a sale on Etsy, guys. Please check out, it's pinned to the top of chat. Please check out Flava's Etsy and pick something up from there if you would, if you can. They're such awesome creations. First of all, they're beautiful. And I yelled at Flava that she needed to charge a little bit more for some of her stuff because it's too inexpensive for how beautiful it is and how well made. Flava's a very important member of our community, and her partner had to miss work due to illness and had already used all of his sick time. So if you make a purchase, you are really helping them out in a huge way. And so it's like Flava wants to sell stuff to you on Etsy. If you have funds you just want to throw at Flava's PayPal, we can put that back in chat as well. But I know she's more than happy to pack up an order to send out to someone in return for their doll hairs. Just realized the blue is crochet too. Yes. This is a really cute pattern from a site called Ami Amour with an O-U. It's A-M-I-M-A-M-O. It's also in there. Yay. Miro, you're so smart. Yes. However, the school year started and we already got sick, and of course it's this stupid Rona. But thankfully I'm not having severe symptoms. It's hard, you know, with kids. And it was the eldest that got sick with it first, so don't assume it was the first grader. She's actually the only one who, well, my husband too, thank goodness, because he's had some health issues lately, so I'm like really more concerned about him than anyone else in the house, because, you know, he was in the hospital for pancreatitis. Welcome to school, where your immune system learns the hard way. Yeah. This turned out really cute. I am excited. Kayla, do you happen to know? And it's not a big deal if they decided they're not doing it, because I realize this sort of thing is, I just haven't heard anything. Are they doing September S for S people on front page, or is that just one of those things where they kind of get a hold of you guys at the last minute? Or I know that I filled out a form. I haven't heard anything. I also know that they have taken away the ability of partners to like just come out and request front page time for right now. We can't just like apply for it like I guess we used to be able to. Bart, I love you. Yeah, it's all good. I just wondered if you had heard anything. Because, like, it's also totally fine if they don't end up picking us. Like, that's always a possibility. I just, you know... You would think that by now, being on front page for charity would just be like, oh, cool. But, hey, look, you know, even somebody like me, like, I get all... I don't know if nervous is the right word, but, you know, I take the responsibility of having that level of visibility, you know, for the charity seriously. So I like to try to be as prepared as I possibly can. It's about, like, being prepared, really. But I realize that sometimes they don't get a hold of you guys until the last minute. They're like, oh, by the way, we happen to have a slot tomorrow. Who you got? And then you guys just have to look at your thing to be like, ha ha ha, who's live? Fundraising. I've been thrown in the fire plenty of times. It's not like I'm against that necessarily. We roll with it. We make it work. I'm curious, what should I do next? Should I do some in these other colors? Would that be kind of fun? And I'm not asking you to answer me publicly right here, right now, either. I was just curious if you had heard anything. Ooh, I got lucky that time. That's not very much yarn barf at all. This color it's interesting. I don't know why it's coming up as so... I must have done some filtering. Should have just copied my filters and settings from the face cam. You're new to the team, so don't worry. See, I'm doing to you what I was just talking about. I'm making an example out of you, Kayla, because we were just talking about being new at your job. And someone asking a question that you really wish that you had the answer to right in that moment. And you're like, I'm not sure. Let me find out for you. No worries. Yeah, it's all good. Well, I'm glad you're working with them. I think they're fabulous. And like I said, I've had a really incredible experience working with them. Was super excited to find out that they were able to place some handhelds in a Portland area hospital. I don't live right in Portland. I live a little ways away. But I'm a Portland native, and it's a good feeling to know that our efforts have very, like, concrete, real effect. And Tara also shared with me that particular hospital, which is Randall Children's Hospital, had not received any gaming from Starlight for a number of years. I think the last time they got one, it was like one, and I don't remember what year it was. And they got 3 from us. So it's really awesome. We had our friend Amish in here earlier. Amish Ace. The other night when we were reading, my awesome friend and also teammate on Stream Stars, Blacklight, raided us. And he does really awesome things every year for 12 days. His community is just, they are like 100% 24/7, 365 beast mode. Like, it's kind of nuts. Yeah, well, and I grew up playing a lot of NES games, so it's especially heartwarming to me for so many reasons, including that that was my first, like, in my house, we had an NES, and that's actually only. Jimmy? Oh, it's Ghost. It's so loud!
Así suena la banda del mango. ¡A huevo! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡La del mango!
Baby shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, baby shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, baby shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, baby shark. Mommy shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
Mommy shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, mommy shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, mommy shark. Daddy shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, daddy shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, daddy shark.
How many times did I have to listen to Baby Shark? Because of you, young lady, and now you're telling me to turn off Baby Shark?
Grandma shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, grandma shark. Grandpa shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, grandpa shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, grandpa shark, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, grandpa shark. Let's go hunt, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
Let's go hunt,
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
let's go hunt,
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, let's go hunt. Run away, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, run away, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, run away, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, run away. Safe at last, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, safe at last, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, safe at last, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, safe at last. These were all children around the world. This is la banda del mango from Tijuana para el mundo. ¡A huevo! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡La del mango!
You got lucky, Ghost. You got real lucky there. No dial-up. It doesn't work. That's a gift bot command. I'm glad you liked it, Crystal. No! I don't remember how much it is to absolutely, like, guarantee that it happens. Don't do it again. Come on, go easy on me. Yeah, it's spendy. You got lucky. You got very lucky, Ghost. Peepo happy. Okay. Peepo happy. 3K or 200 a bunch of times. Yeah, I have in the sound alerts, I have a thing where you can spend 200 bits to gamble and see if you get one of the longer redeems. But you might also just get like a fart noise. A short one. There's really long fart noises in there too that are like rather graphic. You may feel as though they should have a warning attached to them. No, Ghost! You have done your due diligence, Ghost. How are you today, friend? Thank you for shouting Ghost out a few minutes ago, Miro. Please give Ghost a follow. Are you there yet, Ghost? I imagine you would have come in here and told us, but how close are you if you're not there yet? Tired from work? What was I doing? That's not right. I did something wrong. Oh, party lights. Do, 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 do. Thanks a lot, Ghost. Everybody's gonna have baby sharks stuck in their head. Run away. Do, 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 do. Ads in approximately 3 minutes. Thank you, Miro, for giving everybody the heads up. We do our ads in 3-minute blocks once an hour to turn off pre-rolls for the following hour. I know. Ads are not the funnest thing. You have an emote for this now? Kev. If that's so, then I need to go back to the drawing board. I know. Crystal, what emote is that? Oh no! Can't find it. If you have enough channel points and they have it enabled, you might be able to go unlock it with channel points in their channel. That lasts for 24 hours. You used to have an emote that said, please gift me a sub, I'm poor? Okay. Oh, but I don't know about that. I don't know if it is good to spam that. I mean, I suppose if it's like an inside joke in their channel. Hi, Susiana, how are you? What's up, Flowerson? But then the irony would be like, if you have that emote in their channel, then that means you're subbed to their channel. So you don't need the emote for their channel. Oh, I know. That's a nice enough idea and everything, but I think most of us actively discourage people from soliciting gift subs. If somebody does that in here, if I didn't know somebody and they came in and they started spamming that emote, we wouldn't allow that. Hey, it's okay. The way I look at it is this, Gev.
Stomp
Han,
Beyond
I
just
love you.
resubscribed for 29 months.
Hi,
Click here.
Han.
Thanks to @Miro_B for my sub gift.
I'm so thankful for things like that.
2 Hanj Heart Stomp 2 Hanj Heart 9 Polu 9 Polu.
For
9
Han being
Polu.
able to come in here and resub at tier 1 for 3 months, and she's only halfway through the 6-month gift sub that was given by Miro. is such an awesome show of generosity, right? And nobody in here has, like, I'm fairly certain we very rarely have had to enforce a rule like that, right? But we have such generosity here, and I would never, ever want those people to feel like they're being coerced into doing more than they already do. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool. So, I don't know about that. But if that's, like, you know, a thing they think is funny or whatever, that's their business. But yeah, most communities I've been a part of, that would not be that would be a no-no. Like, we're not trying to, like... Shoebox, thank you for the follow. We appreciate people being in here, and there's a number of ways you can go about not having to see ads on Twitch, and they don't always have to involve subscribing to the streamer. You can get rid of ads by subbing to Turbo. And then you don't see ads anywhere. And I know that for some people, that's just a much more efficient way to deal with that particular aspect of Twitch. And you still count as ad impression credit. If you're not subbed and you have a Turbo sub, that streamer receives ad revenue just like they would if you did not have Turbo and no sub. So you are supporting them, maybe not at the same... dollar amount or whatever, but no. Okay, so Dom, I think that was maybe Prime. You had ad-free viewing for a while. Turbo does give you some of the same stuff as Prime. Like, okay, you don't have to have Amazon Prime to sign up for Turbo. They're separate. If you're a Turbo subscriber, you also get the extended broadcast. There's some overlap with the benefits of connecting your Prime and your Twitch. Turbo still definitely disables ads. They did unfortunately increase the price. At least in the US. I think they may have decreased it elsewhere. You're at work but not working. Hey. I've only had a few quote-unquote desk jobs really in my life, and if I tried to say that I've never you know, like looked at a non-work related website on the company dime and stuff, that would be a bald-faced lie. So I love you. You're tired. I love you. Are you enjoying this extended summer weather we're having, or are you ready for it to start raining? Leslie would like me to bust out the pink rubber chicken. Oh god, am I gonna do it in time? Thanks, Leslie! Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So I'm okay with this weather we're having right now. The only thing I worry about is forest fires. But I think we're probably pretty close to that not being a problem. It's supposed to start raining on Wednesday. A little more than the price of 2 subs. Before Turbo, you were subbing to about 4 or 5 every month. This saves you money and still supports your friendos. Yes. And then, like, another thing you can do if you find yourself kind of quickly, you know, all of a sudden going, uh-oh, how did I end up with, you know, all of this stuff coming out of my account, is if you do a turbo sub and then give yourself an allowance of bits to throw at people. You know, I mean, we could go on for, you know, the whole rest of the stream about what are the benefits of supporting people in different ways, right? And et cetera, et cetera. We could, you know, go on about, well, really you should just tip them. And yes, sure, tip people who you think deserve tips. And, you know, but the emotes, I love having emotes. I love having a streamer's emotes. My emotes. This is not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something is not right. Yeah, you started a new expensive hobby. What's that? Oh, I have never... I'm trying to think, like, okay, I had a few My Little Ponies. I think I had a few Strawberry Shortcake dolls. I had one Care Bear. We could never afford for me to be like, I have to have them all. So I was happy with what I had. I've never been like a big like collectibles person, but like, boy, I tell you, when it comes to yarn, I just can't seem to have enough of it. And I do want every single color of every single yarn that I love. Kayla, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for visiting with us today. It really means a lot to me how much support we get from Starlight. You know, we've really had such a great relationship with them. So I'm happy that you have joined them, and thank you for being in here today. We will be doing our official push the last week of the month. And we do tend to get up to some pretty fun shenanigans when we're doing charity stuff. So hopefully we'll see you again later this month. If not, you're welcome anytime, of course. Okay. Popples, no, I don't think so. What's a jacket? Hashtag Florida winter. What's up, Kaden? Knitting and decided to join me. Awesome. We love to craft together here for sure. Are these like a vintage type of doll, or are you buying them brand new, or do you make clothes for them, hon? That's what I used to like to do for the dolls. All the yarn, says Izzy. You have some American Girl dolls from collecting as an adult before the unemployed times. Been trying to draw a bit, but you haven't done any of the crafting kits you got. You're a big chicken butt. You're looking at clothes for the one you ordered, and a pair of mini doll shoes is like the same price you pay for regular people's shoes. Oh my. Sounds like you need to learn how to make doll shoes on. And you could sell them. You remember the employed times. Those were fun. The Hanj what? Yeah. You gotta learn. You should put that on your resume. Yes, dear. Yes, I know. Thank you, honey. Thank you for helping mommy remember stuff about your school schedule. You're the best. Ball jointed dolls are super expensive. What are they made out of? Are they plastic? What? No, I know. I know that. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Giant Barbies made of resin, but with more articulation. Got it. Yeah. I had a lot of stuffies, and I loved my stuffies. And my sister loved Barbies, and so she definitely had, like, quite a few Barbies, and I just wanted to make stuff for the Barbies. I don't want to play with the Barbies. I was like, yes, right, let's play with the Barbies. I kind of already did. Become bald and naked. You have to paint their faces on, or you can have someone do it for you, which is more money. You need to buy wigs for them, clothes for them, shoes for them, etc. What's funny, though, is that you're totally getting your mom's hairdresser to make a wig for yours. Because you couldn't find any black hairstyles in BJD wigs. That could be a little niche market for your mom's hairdresser. Because that... It's tough. The thing with, like, hair textures and all that stuff, you know, and people will, like, I remember we had the conversation here once about, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea that tightly coiled hair needed special, like, for example, that sleeping on certain type of pillowcases might help reduce the breakage and all this other stuff, and that, like, wearing hats made out of certain types of materials is just, like, a no-go because no one teaches anybody this stuff. People feel afraid to talk about it sometimes, I think. I think they're afraid of saying the wrong thing, or, you know, and it's like, hey, I think that if you are expressing curiosity, but it's out of a place of respect and love and wanting to learn about somebody else, you know, that's really all that's necessary. I did grow up having a best friend who was the child of a biracial couple. And so I think that for someone who grew up, you know, especially Han in Oregon, you know, in Portland, well, and we were in Lake Oswego. It's like, don't get me started. But there were times, I think, growing up where I would be like, I don't get it. What's, you know, why do people find this stuff so, you know, I had this window, but that wasn't how I thought about it, right? She was just my friend. I loved her so much. And I was heartbroken the day I came to play with her at her house, and her mom told me, you know, some kids were making fun of her skin color and her hair, and she doesn't want to come out and play today. She's just not feeling very good. And honestly, so beautiful, my friend. Gorgeous. Probably they were just jealous of her, and that sucks. Because that stuff can be so damaging to someone's self-confidence, you know? People will try to be like, oh, what's the big deal? It's just some name calling. I think that it's silly to say that or to think that, but it's cool when people do decide that they want to offer, you know, like dolls, patterns, you know, stomp fart yarn, patterns that have options for like curly hairstyles and stuff like that. And, you know, whatever people choose to do with their hair is their business. And if they feel good and they feel confident with wearing their hair one way, they should wear it that way. They certainly shouldn't be told, for example, that wearing their hair natural is somehow unhygienic or undesirable, because like it's not. It still happens where people are discriminated against for having natural hair, and it's ridiculous. It has no bearing on someone's ability to do a job. $115 is cheaper than a $500 or more. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. So these are like heavy, like kind of like collector's items, basically, right? Yeah. So this isn't something you hand over to your toddler. You're not like, here you go, kiddo. Go to town. But I mean, if it's made of resin, they're not fragile like porcelain dolls or anything like that, right? Like if you drop it, will it break? They're fragile enough, yeah. It's like, the horror! I mean, and that's okay. Hey, look. Again, the Lego set that I did that's a bonsai, it says on it like 18 and over or something like that. Maybe it's 13 and over, I can't remember. And it's obviously nothing to do with the maturity like rating or anything like that. It's to do with the fact that it's not the kind of set that you just like, you know what I mean? It's a very specific pieces and all of that. Like, you don't even want your $25 dolls hitting the floor. Okay. Lots of joints that can snap. Okay. Got it. It's just funny to me, like, everybody has their thing. Like I said, for me, you know, it would be yarn and the Legos. It's hard because I've bought so many Lego sets for my husband and the kids to put together, and just loose buckets and buckets of Legos, and they are all over my house, and I'm constantly picking them up so that I don't vacuum them up and all that junk. But like when it's the ones that I bought for myself that are the art sets or the botanicals, I'm like, nope, don't touch. Also because it's so diverse in make, it would be very hard to replace unless you got a popular brand. Yeah, if you get it directly from an artist that may not make more of their doll. Yeah, for sure. So it's like they're bespoke almost. Or like, what's the word for that? Bespoke means it's specifically been requested and created, basically custom. That's not quite the word I'm looking for here. It's almost like, you know, how there's dye lots in yarn, and you're never gonna have the same colorway again. Not exact same colorway. All the house Legos are your Legos, and shockingly, your 2-year-old toddler is so good about not touching your things. I don't want to say it out loud, Bex. So I'm not going to. Let's just say this, okay, Bex? Yeah, crazy cat lady. I was just gonna say, I actually think 3 is harder than 2. But all children are different, and some kids never go through that phase of just straight up unadulterated defiance. But most of them do. At some point. Maybe you're just doing that good of a job of establishing those boundaries, which is important. And, you know, I think one key to that is maybe if your kid is really curious about them, you buy a set that you're going to do with them, and you say, hey, this is the one for me and you to do together. Or here's your kiddo-sized big blocks. I don't know if you do the mega blocks or anything like that. But like when they have their version of it, that often will help keep them from getting into your stuff. Like, I got the diamond painting stuff for Moni. She's done more diamond painting than me now. She loves it. And it's hers, and they're small. So, like, if she spills a few drills, it's not the end of the, it's not the end of the world. But the towel trick is really handy when doing diamond painting with kiddos, or even yourself. Put a towel under your work surface, and then if you spill drills, they'll kind of stick to the towel instead of flying everywhere and sliding onto the floor. And then artists will make like 10 dolls, and then the mold is destroyed. So if you have one and say a hand breaks,
a towel is about the most massively useful thing
see?
an interstellar hitchhiker
Thank you,
can
Miro.
have.
Miro_B cheered the answer to life, the universe and everything.
Well placed, Miro. Well placed. And well played. Thank you for the bits. Guys, my hand is cramping a little bit, and I was planning on ending around this time anyways, so that we could take you over to celebrate Puffle's birthday. Please come with me on the raid. It's Puffle's birthday, and we love Puffles. Puffles is a mod here. I want to make sure I'm not overdoing it. If you start to feel pain in your hands, crafters, stop and take a break. Don't push through it. Doesn't matter if you've got a craft fair coming up, charity redeems to make. It's not worth giving yourself a more serious or longer lasting injury. And if you give yourself breaks and listen to your body, sometimes by the time you're experiencing serious pain, it's almost already too late. So at the first sign of feeling like you're having maybe some fatigue, I'm going to quit and maybe put something warm on it for a minute. It's not too bad, but a little bit of pain right in here, which in this hand makes sense because I hold the work here and have, it's all these muscles in here that are helping hold the piece in place and control the tension. And I've made a lot of these. I've crocheted a lot. I did, I almost finished the baby blanket last night. Laying in bed watching Beetlejuice. And she does have mega blocks. Cool. That's awesome. Here, let me turn off raids real quick just in case. Puffles, again, it's Puffles' birthday. If you guys want to take advantage of some September discounts to sub to Puffles, or if you have some bits laying around in your balance to wish Puffles a happy birthday, just being in there in chat and saying happy birthday, coming with us on the raid is totally enough. But we love Puffles, and so if you have it in your budget to do some lovey things over there, I know she'll appreciate it. And she's done a lot for us. She does a lot of charity donations for our community. She's very active in a lot of crafting communities, so come show her some love. It is a mature audience's channel and follower only. Okay, so please understand. Unfortunately, some people have had bad experiences with like the hate raids and stuff, or they're just trying to prevent that from happening. And it's, I know for a fact with Puffles that I'm sure that I hope that hasn't happened in the past. But craft, come with us on the raid. Come see Puffles. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on Livespace and Twitch today. I'm gonna try to do that maybe like a couple times a week. Start on Livespace and pop over to Twitch after. Thank you, Craft. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm not sure what this week will hold. I'm feeling much better, but I canceled Drama Club for tomorrow. So I will be here in the morning. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll send Finn back or not. This one has been healthy, which I'm happy about. Yes, dear. Okay, we could talk about that in a minute. Thank you guys for coming with me on the raid. I'm so excited to go say hi to Puffles. I love you. Please do something nice for yourselves between now and the next time that I see you, because self-care is important. Hey, say bye.